While most coaches are spending every single minute of their waking day on sales calls and chasing leads, I have found a system that has allowed dream clients to come to me as if I'm a magnet. And all it's taken is a simple 3-step system that attracts clients on autopilot 24/7, 365, and here's how you can do it too. But before I break this down, let me give you a little bit of an understanding that a lot of people have found the online coaching business to be a way to freedom, and that is so true. However, they've actually built beautiful prisons and have spent a lot of time crafting the most beautiful key to lock themselves in that prison versus building a business that actually gives them freedom. They found out that their day is actually filled with chasing leads, creating content, hoping that people don't ghost them, and the worst, getting on sales calls all day long where they don't even have time to go to the bathroom to take a pee. And I know this because I did this to myself until I was forced within constraints that were out of my control to revamp my whole business and allowed me to close $40,000 in 2 months, all with my fingers in text DMs and not take a single sales call. And I want to share the 3-step system that I implement on a given basis and for my clients and how you could do the same. And again, this is not with the craziest latest hack on how to get clients. This is not sending cold DMs. This is not anything about fancy funnels. This is a simple framework that is at your disposal every single day, and you can implement this to completely transform your business and give yourself the freedom that you've been desiring. So before I get into the 3-step system, I need to take you back and let's time travel a bit about 2 years ago on how I was able to develop this system and what happened in my life that required me to do so. So I was spending a majority of my time, like you, probably sitting in front of Zoom, DMing people all day long, hoping that people will get on a call with me and hoping that they will close. I was always hoping that I was going to say the right things on the sales call and overcome every objection and do all the classic framing and setting the agenda tactics that you're taught when you run an online business. And yeah, sure, I was closing some deals, but I knew that there was more to this business thing. I knew that I was losing a lot of deals every single moment. And I was even getting to a point where I couldn't even get up to go to the bathroom because I had calls back to back to back. But hey, I was successful on paper, right? I had a bunch of followers. I had a cushy $10,000 to $20,000 a month business going. I was free. I was not having to work a 9 to 5, and I was not having to answer to anybody, but I knew that there was more for me. But then December 2023 came around and life knocked me on the ground. I was forced to make a change. I had to undergo a surgery right before Christmas to remove a spinal cord tumor from my spine. And I had to make a change. I could not get on sales calls. Obviously, I was going to be bedridden for a week in the hospital, and then I was going to have to recover into the new year of 2024. So I had to find a way to close deals and actually keep the lights on and grow my business without having to get on a sales call and without having to spend all day sending cold DMs. So I had to really figure out what the next step was for me. So I had a choice, right? I could let my business collapse while I recover and just kind of chalk it up and say, hey, I just went through the craziest surgery of my life. Feel bad for me. I'll be fine and I'll get back on my feet. Or I could step up to the plate, refine my process, and figure out a better structure that would allow me to grow my business and do it within the constraints of what I was given. So this crisis led to a complete mindset shift. It allowed me to stop seeing myself as the coach who needed to chase clients. It created this level of understanding that I was like a magnet. I literally keep this magnet now on my desk, as you can see here, as a reminder that I am a magnet and I attract my dream clients, and I don't have to go chase people anymore because within this level of constraints that I had to endure, I've now realized that this is possible for any coach, and I've been able to help other people do the same. So what was the result from all this? Well, before I had the surgery, I started creating magnetic content that could work harder for me than I ever could, and I put in proper call to actions to get people to DM me a keyword. And that's where I could have a sales conversation without needing a sales call. December, I had over $20,000 in revenue. And then come January, when I was recovering, I had another 20K plus month. And I was able to do exactly the same without taking on sales calls and having conversations in the DMs of my Instagram to close deals. And the results were 2 20K plus months, no sales calls, and I did it with this 3-step framework. And here's just a quick side note. I'm sure you're familiar with the law, the Parkinson's law, right? Which states that work expands to fill the time available for completion. You probably can remember when you were in college or high school when you had a paper that was due the next day. And what did you do? You waited to the last second to write that paper, but you were able to complete it because you gave yourself a time window to complete that task. You had a constraint that you had to overcome. Now, I'm not saying you should willingly put constraints in your business because that's no way to live. And this kind of ties into my whole river method, which is removing boulders and blockages in your river to allow yourself to flow. But if you do find yourself in a place where there are constraints, you will adapt. Humans are born to perform and to adapt to their environment. So if you have a level of constraints in your life, you can figure it out. And this is also for the person who just hates sales calls. I don't really love sales calls. I mean, I still take them for other offers I have, like an agency offer, but I truly don't love being on a sales call. And if I could close deals off of my DMs, then I'm a happy man. That's what I've been able to do for the coaching program. So how do you attract dream clients on autopilot? This is why you're watching this video. And here are the 3 simple steps you need to take. Step number 1 is you need to get ultra clear on who you're trying to reach and who you're trying to serve. This is a foundational piece. Maybe you've heard this over and over again. People talk about knowing your customer, knowing your client, knowing them better than they know themselves. But this is so important because if you don't understand this foundational piece, then everything else you're going to do within this 3-step formula, but also in business, is not going to make any sense and you're just going to fall short. So I run my clients through something called the Plan Zero Market Research Plan. And essentially what that is an acronym, PLAN 0. So the P stands for problems. This is internal, emotional, and physical problems that your ICP is enduring. You want to map this all out. The L is language, the language that they're using. The A is one of the most crucial parts, in my opinion. These are anecdotes. These are the literal phrases that your clientele are saying to themselves or to their friends, so that if you can extract that and put it into marketing, they're going to think that you completely understand them and they're going to trust you almost automatically. The N is needs and desires. This is pretty straightforward. And then the 0 is actually an O, which stands for obstacles. What are the obstacles standing in their way to reach their goals, but also to invest in yourself? You want to get clear on all those pieces. And, I hate that to say this, but these videos I make and my program and any value I give is not for BS people helping people get BS results. This is for real coaches who are great at what they do and they're able to get really great results. So this goes without saying, but I obviously have to say it. If you're not able to get good results for your clients, then you need to figure out that first before you do any of these tactics on how you can get dream clients coming to you, because client results and client fulfillment trumps all else. If you can get that right, then your lead gen will be taken care of to some degree, referrals and word of mouth. However, you don't want to rely on that. You want to be able to have great results, but also be able to have the machine brewing all day long to input more people on a given moment. All right, disclaimer off. Now, step number 2 is you need to build out an Instagram page. Now, again, a lot of things work: VSL, cold email, YouTube, etc. But my specific process is focused on having a great Instagram page that can serve as a magnetic vortex to bring in your ideal clients. So get your Instagram set up, optimize it to speak exactly to your ICP, and start building out magnetic optimization content so you can attract your ideal people, speak to their pains and their problems, and offer value and offer content that can get them to trust you, know you, and like you, and then want to take the next step to learn more. And this is not just a random posting system and hoping that something goes viral or hoping something gets noticed. You want to have a strategic approach about this magnetic content with your Instagram page. And within step 2 is to launch simple Instagram ads. Now, some of you might be hearing this called follower ads or profile visits. Now, they're essentially the same thing. You want to have videos or content on your page that you can boost through Instagram that speak directly to your ICP and ask them to follow you, because on this page is where you're sharing insights to help them relieve their problems. So you want to be getting followers coming to your page, and you could be DMing these people manually, but nonetheless, this is a way to get the magnetic content working for you and get people coming to you on autopilot, because you're pushing out some hard-earned dollars that you've obviously been earning, and you're putting a little bit back into your business, which if you think that's a crazy idea, then this definitely is not the video for you, nor is it the program. If you're not reinvesting back into your business over and over again, then you truly don't want to grow. But most importantly, you don't want to impact more lives. So take some of your money, take some of your revenue, put it back into the business, and boost these posts speaking directly to your ICP, and you'll get more followers of people that want to know what you have to offer. Then from there, there's a tactic where you can retarget the people who have visited your profile over the last 365 days. I would encourage you to probably squish that timeline to probably 30 days or even 14 days of the people that have followed you, liked your post, commented on something, or replied to one of your messages. And then you can retarget these people with a keyword that could get them to opt into a DM for you. And that's where you can have a sales conversation. So that's step number 2. You want to have an Instagram profile that's optimized with magnetic content, and you want to be running simple Instagram ads to get more people and more eyeballs seeing your stuff who fit your ICP. The third step is to have a sales doc that can convert via text. Now, a lot of your offers might be great, but they aren't built in a way that I call built within the Fusion offer framework to be able to convert via text without requiring a sales call. You want to get that squared away. Now, of course, a little bit of a plug for my program. That's where we teach people to do that. You could probably go ahead and try to figure it out on your own, but you'll probably take a way longer time. But if you want to opt in to my program as Magnetic Mentor, you could DM me on Instagram at Unleash the Knowledge, the word flow, and we will have a conversation over DMs. Again, no sales call required. Everything happens over text, and we can help you build out that offer that can transact in the DMs. But that's step number 3. You want to be able to convey and transact your offer and your program over text where the prospect knows exactly what they're going to get and they know exactly the outcome that they are promised. And this is the most crucial part, right? So like 1, you're getting people, dream clients on autopilot coming to your page through these ads. You know your people super well because that was step 1. You understood your ICP, but then you can actually start making money. And how I was able to make my $40,000 within those 2 months of recovering from my surgery was having an offer so versatile that I was able to send a sales doc. This could be anywhere from a Google Doc to a Notion doc or something a little bit more formal if you want. I personally use a Notion doc, and in the past I've used Google Docs. You really don't have to overthink this. We literally lean on simple scales, complex fails. So keep things simple. You see it in the name. This is a simple 3-step system, but that is the formula for you to get people to come into your DMs and then actually move them and enroll them as high ticket clients. So quick recap one more time. Step number 1 is know your ideal clients better than they know themselves. Step 2 is run simple Instagram ads off your Instagram page with magnetic content to get followers and messages. And step number 3 is to have the ability to convert them in your DMs and enroll them as clients. And once you have these pieces in place, business gets really fun because then it's just a matter of pulling the lever and keeping things simple. The more money you input into your ads, you're going to get more messages, which are going to lead to more clients, and so on and so forth. And then there's all kind of concept where you can start a wait list and create more urgency and scarcity to get people to actually want to wait for what you have to offer. And you can focus on the subset of people that are in your program at the moment to get the best results. So then you can take those results and plug it back into the top of your funnel to produce more conversations. And voila, with that, you're well on your way to adding $20K a monthly reoccurring profit to your business. You're getting more followers on your Instagram, you're getting more eyeballs, and you haven't wasted a single minute on a sales call, which is the biggest key to this whole video. So if you are ready to implement this system and you want to bolt it on right away and you want to earn $20K or more monthly profit and do it in 4 hours or less without taking a single sales call, then you want to DM me on Instagram at Unleash the Knowledge. You can DM me the word flow and I will have a conversation with you to see if you're a good fit. The doors are currently open at the time of recording this video, but at any moment I close doors and I reopen them. So you're going to want to DM me pretty soon and not waste out on this moment because the doors might be open right now. Otherwise, you'll be added to our wait list. And remember, 2025, we are in a deep trust recession. So having the right foundation in magnetic content isn't just optional. It's essential for surviving and scaling. Hope you enjoyed this video. DM me on Instagram if you want to learn more. But till then, we'll talk to you soon.